going to deal with a wonderful short story titled Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture. Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture. It is one of the humorous story written by a writer, Jerome K. Jerome. All his works are known for witty and funny elements in it. Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture is one such story. So in the beginning, let's look into the life and works of the writer before getting into the short story. Jerome was actually a famous English writer and also a humorist. He was born in the year 1859. One of his famous works are Three Men in a Boat. It got published in the year 1889. And he is also a founder of a magazine named Idler. Some of his other famous works are On the Stage and Off, Idle Thoughts of an Idle Fellow, Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture is some of his other famous masterpieces. This particular story which we are going to see today, the Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture, is actually an extract from the book titled Three Men in a Boat. So I hope those points are a little clear to all. Let's get into the story. The summary of Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture. In the beginning, we are introduced to an old man who is very keen on hanging a picture on the wall. Just now he happens to get a picture from a person who had framed it. So he just, in the beginning of the story, he just affirms or assures saying that I will just make all the attempt. No need for anyone to help me. I will make all the attempts to hang this picture on the wall. Saying this, he started doing the works. In order to hang the picture, he started doing many works. Just see what all the things he does. Uncle Podger, he just calls two kids to buy the nails. To buy the nails from the shop. In order to hang the picture, we need nails, right? Just to buy the nails, he sends two kids to the shop. And then he calls Will. Will is nothing but a name of a boy. He calls the Will, the little boy, just go and bring me the hammer. Go and bring me the hammer. And then he calls Tom, another little boy. Why don't you go and bring me some rule? Rules are nothing but a small scale. Before hanging the wall, we will be coming out with a lot of measurements, right? Where we should nail it, something like that. So for that, he needs a ruler. So he sends Tom to get the rule. And then the narrator, that is the one who is telling the story, the old man calls the narrator and says, just bring me a step ladder and a kitchen chair. Because we need to step on something, right, in order to get a considerable height to hang the picture. So he asks the narrator, to bring a chair and a step ladder. Then he calls Jim to get a spirit level from the neighbor. Spirit level is actually a sort of instrument on which you can make a horizontal or vertical measurement. So he just calls Jim, go to the neighbor, talk to him, ask how his leg pain or whether he is healthy or not, and after giving a short conversation with him, you just borrow a spirit level from him. And then he asks Maria to hold the chair tightly because he shouldn't slip, right? So he asks Maria to hold the chair tightly. And another one person, he has to buy the picture cord. Picture cord is nothing but the string or the thread which is used to hang the picture. Friends, I remind you once again, in the beginning of the story, Uncle Podger gives an assurance saying that he would do all the works by himself. But just see how many persons he is asking for help. He is not only asking for help, he is commanding them to do the job. So that's the nature of Uncle Podger. So all are just running here and there to get the nails, hammer, picture cord, frame, chairs and everything. Nearly the house was under utter confusion just to do this simple task. Now see what happens. So now the Uncle Podger was about to hang the picture. So in the process of doing, at first what he does is he just drops the photo and he cuts his finger. Just drops the photo and he just cuts his finger and the blood was oozing out of it. Now he's just shouting at the top of his voice saying, will someone at least help me to find me the handkerchief, because he needs to stop the bleeding, right? And all the children they're just running here and there in search of handkerchief. And this handkerchief was kept in the coats of the Uncle Podger, and the coat was just no other, it was only on that, above that coat, Uncle Podger was actually sitting. Kids are running here and there to find the coat, but Uncle Podger was actually sitting on the coat. At last, he would take the handkerchief by himself and he would tie it around the wound. And at last, he would step on the ladder, and in the second attempt, he would drop the nail. And he would ask the kids to look for the nail. Come on, look and find out where the nail has gone. The third attempt, he will drop the hammer. And that hammer will fall on some kid's toe, causing them a lot of pain. Uncle Podger will never apologize or say sorry to the kid. Instead, what he would do is, why don't you just pick up the hammer instead of just crying? That would be the reaction of Uncle Podger. The fourth attempt, he would lose sight of the mark. He might have made a marking right where the nail has to be nailed. He would miss the mark and he would ask the kids to measure and let her know the marks. Each kids will be coming out with different locations, here, there, like that. And in the fifth attempt, he would lose the picture cord, the string. Sixth attempt, when he was about to nail it, he would smash his own thumb. And in seventh attempt, he would lose the spot. In each and every attempt, he keeps on losing each and everything. At last, finally, see, the process of hanging the picture begins in the morning. Now it is about midnight. And at that time of midnight, he at last cleanly nails the picture. He just cleanly hangs the picture on the wall. But now you all can see how the picture is. It is very crooked and insecure. Anytime it can fall. That's how it would be. All the people in the house, they are all afraid about the crooked hanging made by the Uncle Podger. But Uncle Podger was very happy about the work done by him. Looking at the crooked picture which is hanging on the wall, he would say, see, at last I have done it. This is how a work should be done. See, I have done the work by myself. This is the reaction of Uncle Podger. So, I hope you are all able to follow this humorous story. How certain people, in the beginning of the work, they would claim that they will do it by themselves. But towards the end, they would complete the task successfully. But after extracting lot of works from others, they would do it. Some people, they would glot a lot, right? They will do it by themselves. But at last, they would do it only after seeking the help from others. So such kind of character is Uncle Podger. So this is a small incident which would happen in the life of every ordinary person. I hope you were able to understand the summary of this beautiful story. Thanks for listening.